again, I have a military background and I know how that works. So there shouldn't be an attitude of we shouldn't be able to work with the county. We absolutely should work with the county, work openly, and have the county's approval and good graces to say, okay, yeah, that looks good. We should be working together and utilizing all of the things that we can within the county, all of the assets that the county has to help us to do our job. So I look forward to moving forward and again making a hybrid that's going to work for everybody and to the betterment of the Southeast Volusia Ad Authority, the HA Authority, and the West Volusia Ad Authority.
I think it's good that the public's hearing you now, and that you're cooperating with the media, and that you're staying strong. How important is it that you keep the separation of the three ad authorities? I know there's been a lot of talk about combining them into one. Could you serve on a combined board?
I don't think that's in the best interest necessarily. So, there are things that we can collaborate and cooperate on. And I'm working with Dan Fenton with the strategic board to I think, put some things in place that need to be done. I think that the board, members of their board needs to come down and sit in on our board to see what's going on here. And vice versa. So I think there ought to be a collective meeting at some point where at least quarterly we're updating, or we give an update, whether it's the director's job to do that, whether it's board members, but I think we need to collaborate and work with each other on what's working, what's not working, and how to better utilize the services and the things that are in place. I don't want to recreate the wheel, and if they're already doing it, then why not let us do it also? We market to different people. There's a different core group of people that come to the Southeast Volusia area, that come to West Volusia, and that come to Daytona and the HA area. That doesn't mean that we can't do some of the same things and work together to bring people to Volusia County in general. So there's obviously a good mix in there, and we need to work together. There's no question about it. Separating the boards, my personal opinion, I don't think that's in the best interest of any of the three ad authorities.
What if you had, and it's just a thing I'm thinking of, what if you had like a combined board where there was a weighted representation among the three, and a provision that the monies would be guaranteed to each of those territories, but you had one board? I mean, today's an example, no quorum.
I'm not going to...
I don't even know if that's possible.
I don't want to speculate.
Right.
Again, without seeing some details and things, I don't want to speculate. And I think that that's probably going to be a difficult, problematic process to implement.
Yeah.
And I don't think that there's so much going wrong that it needs to be that way. I just think that there needs to be more openness, communication, oversight, cooperation from the county level all the way around. And like I said in the meeting, I think that hey, we can potentially be the guinea pig in this and figure out what are some things that we can do that work well together, and what are some things that we need to have that are directed for the board to do, and still being aware of everything that's going on. So still being involved in the financial aspect, still being involved in the marketing aspect, all the above. So,
are you aware of any legitimate FDLE or state attorney criminal investigation at all?
Not that I'm aware of.
You're not aware? You've been told none? Have you been told any of this?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Have you asked?
Not since it was last printed in the paper, and that was the only thing I've heard.
In the news journal?
And no, I haven't asked.
Okay.
I don't think it's not important.
Because
to me, it
she's
doesn't
gone.
affect the board. It's gone. It's whatever's happened at the county level with the attorneys there, and with Ms. Carney's attorneys. That's between them.
Right.
I don't think it's in our best interest to dwell on it.
And one more thing, this meeting today reminds me of kind of like Israel invading Lebanon and taking over. You're Lebanon, the county government is Israel. You had all these county officials here today. How do you feel like you still have legitimacy? And I don't mean that in a negative way, but do you feel like it's just you're like a rubber stamp, or do you feel like you still have the authority?
No, I definitely
of the authority.
I definitely feel like we still have the legitimacy and the authority. I think that, and I've made it clear to everyone that I've spoken to on the county level, that this is an interim process until we can get some policies and procedures into place that make sense and try to work out what's going to make this ad authority run to the best of its ability. And I look forward to the Strategic Alliance and Dan Fenton and
Ultimately,
the county working together. We should be working together.
Ultimately, what's your mission?
To put more heads in beds, to bring people to market Southeast Volusia as the best it can be, to get it out there to as many people, to bring them into the community. That's the mission, I think, of the ad authority, is to bring people in. So,
well,
to the
for
community.
Dave Kosmas, chairman of the Southeast Volusia Ad Authority, This is Henry Frederick. Mr. Kosmas, thank you for your time.
Thanks, Henry.